38 degrees out, no wind, probably about 70 inside that greenhouse. December 17th, Wiggins Farms. So anyway, out here walking a dog who disappeared. But I wanted to show you something, document something. This is a white pine tree, and if you look at it, any white pine, you can tell how old it is just by looking at it. This is 1 year growth from here to this crotch. So from this crotch here, that's all this year's growth. So if you count, darn black raspberries, blackberries, wherever they are. So 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5. So this is a 5-year-old tree. But if you get trees from Indiana Nursery or Kentucky Nursery or whatever they are, you can get, or you can buy trees by the hundreds if you get seedlings. You can sometimes get 2 or 3 year old trees. They're still small, but they get you that jump that you need. Whereas if this is a 5-year-old tree, those ones were planted and they need to be moved with an excavator or something because they are in the wrong spot. Those are about 10 years old, but they were moved. So either way, that's how fast those things grow. There's a whole row of them down there. But looking at this fence, I wanted to show, before this fence was put up, I was doing a hedgerow. So you can see all this needs cleaned out, mowed off, bent over. But then you look at the fence, and so the Europeans had a saying, something like, it was like hog tied, or like a hog couldn't squish through and a lamb couldn't get through, or bull strong and horse height, and I don't know, those Europeans. So what is in this? Well, there's hazelnut, and the whole purpose of this is to make a nice fence that even in World War I, they couldn't get through. The Germans would dig in little areas and they would use them for tunnels and stuff until the tanks showed up. Oh, those darn Brits. So put a big old dozer blade on the front of that thing and push these through. Hence why we have dozers today. So I'm going to take this. This is a wild plum. It's native to Ohio. I'm gonna plant, I've got 2 of them there, and I do think they send up suckers. I could be wrong, but if I bend that over, if I cut it 90% of the way, and I don't know, I'll figure it out on a day later in the season. But then the rest of these are hazelnut. I mean, you can really just abuse the hell out of them. And look at all them runners. And so, more wild plum. Here's some catkins off of the hazelnut. These are the male flowers. They drop pollen. So they'll drop pollen. And then over on these things, they'll have these red flowers that'll come on later. They're very small. A female flower. And it'll receive the pollen. And then you'll get hazelnuts. These are all wild hazelnuts. This has been here, I want to say 7 or 8 years. And I only planted one little stick there, one little stick there, and one little stick over there. And I got all this. And it's just going to absolutely take over. But it's great because that's what I want. Most guys are removing their hedgerows. I want them. It's good for soil building. It blocks the wind. All the nesting birds love it. All the different good pollinators. All the different, people spray to kill all the bad bugs. But if you don't have good bugs to eat the bad bugs, well, you're, it's kind of a conundrum. So all the predator bugs come here to eat. What else I got here? I got some wild sassafras. I've got some other trees I don't want, those trees over there blew in, which is fine. I forgot to call it if you looked at the leaf, you could get away with calling it a star leaf, but it's not. It's it'll come to me. So here's another wild plum. So what I can do is lay this baby down. And so the fence was put up later. And, good fences make good neighbors. So we went with a solid metal fence, but my hedgerow is going to go into this. They're both on my property. You know, if I would have had this fence over 3 foot or whatever it is, 2 foot, then I wouldn't have all this stuff, because a lot of people don't like that, and that's understandable. And so here is my red basket, one of them. If anybody wants any of these, all I got to do is literally, it's so green it won't break. But well, there you go. These ones on the ground, they're still alive. They've been there for weeks. I can stick this into the mud and it'll grow all new roots. And within 2 years, I'll have these guys. So this one, actually, that's what that is. Yellow coppicing, another European thing. They didn't have plastic back then and all the other stuff. And it's a whole documentary on what you could do with all this stuff. But me, I'm just being silly, and I'm doing one of two things. I'm cutting off the basket willow sticks, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them, for one. And for two, this is my elk antlers. Let's see if I can get it back up. Yeah. So you can see it. Here's the base of the antler. Here's the base of the antler. So that's 3rd year growth. No, 2nd year growth. And then 1st year growth is all these little guys. So I want to figure out which ones I want to keep as antlers. And then this guy is going to be my little willow tree guy. And I don't know what the heck. It's like little legs coming over. It's going to merge together. It'll graft together, and then I'll have like a little head. It'll just be something when people are driving up the road. They'll be like, what is that weirdo doing? Just doing stuff to laugh. So, yeah, more red willows. And then this is a yellow. And I think I'm going to do something with this fence line to make this cleaned up. Because you can see all the stuff that's in the way. All that has to go. So, yeah. I don't know if I can get somebody with the DeWalt hedge trimmer deal. It's about 20 minutes of work. Pretty efficient. And then, yeah. So, yeah. There's some elderberry. I don't know. Just something different. Something native. Something you don't see anymore. So, and like on the other side, I guess, I'm going to go over here and look. I got my bonsai trees that are in my yard. So you don't actually call them bonsai, because bonsai is Japanese for potted tree, I think, or pot. But they do call trees in the yard trees, but I don't know the Japanese word for it. And so just keep them small, as if they are, you know. And so if you're disabled, not disabled, if you're a vet that just needs a little breath, get yourself a pine tree. Just come out to it once every month and talk to it and say, hey, I'm going to cut this branch off, keep you small, keep you grounded. Like a happy little bush, one master sergeant painter would say. So, look at this abomination. So, this was a Bradford parrot grafted. And you can see all the grafts, okay? See how one's got leaf and the other one don't? Let's do it like this. See the leaves? Same tree, but different. One's the rootstock and one's the graft. So this fruit's not doing what I want it to do. It's called an oyster gland red flesh. It's a red flesh pear, but I think I'm going to graft it with something different. I'm not impressed. Maybe it's just this tree in this location, but all right, well, here, I'll show you something neat. We'll walk up to my little tunnel. Have you ever seen the movie The Labyrinth? You'll like this. Or The Shining. Both are equally enjoyable. Good wholesome family movies, Just a little fear to let kids know, hey, there are a couple demons out there. You gotta watch out. Gonna have to work on that. So see, yeah, gonna have to work on that. See all them beehives over there? My bee girls. Free acupuncture. If you want to get free acupuncture, you just put a bee box out. Google what you need in there. It's nothing really. Just a little bit of comb, a little bit of lemongrass oil, place for the girls to move in, and you too will have bees. Boy, that looks like garbage. So, good fences make good neighbors. Look at that path. Let's go into the secret path. What? And so as this ages, it's filling in all the voids, becoming something of a shadow, especially for someone who has lupus, who doesn't want to be in the sun. You can get out of the sun, which is great. And it has that good warm winter smell, like a Christmas tree. All right, until next time, bye-bye, see ya.